Hi, and thanks for joining us today on the Frog Pond School of Design. I want to talk about something a little technical today. One of the first days of my architectural schooling, somebody asked the question, how big is a brick? Well, the next question that was asked was, why is that important? So that's what I'm going to explain today. A lot of it has to do with modules. A lot of times today, brick walls are really brick veneers facing some other kind of construction. Quite often, a masonry wall made out of concrete blocks. You might call them cinder blocks. Common terminology in the field is CMU, which stands for concrete masonry unit. But those guys are typically 8 inches tall by 16 inches long. And when you stack up the brick veneer, occasionally you want those joints to line up, because the easiest way to tie the brick veneer to the wall behind it is with a brick tie, something like this. See that little corrugated strip of metal, and you need the joints to line up to make that happen. There's another method of that. This is a wire truss type thing that is used to reinforce walls, and if you extend it out across the brick as well as the block, then you can also tie the wall together that way. So for this to work, the brick height, the length of the brick isn't important. The bricks are available in varying lengths, but pretty much all of them are about the same height. And I'm going to divert here just a little bit. One of my pet peeves, there is no such word as height. It is height, H-E-I-G-H-T, height. Okay, so the height of a brick has to be a certain dimension so that occasionally those joints, the mortar joints, line up. And typically 3 bricks equals 1 block. The block is 8 inches nominally. That means to the center line of the mortar joint each way. So the block is really 7 5/8, something like that. So the brick, I'll spare you the math here, the brick turns out to be about 2 1/4 inches, and that works out pretty well, so that about every 3 brick courses you line up the joints and you can tie those guys together. And it's really that simple. It's not all that complicated. And I showed you some of the reinforcing and how that's done. There are other materials. I mean, not all brick veneers are backed up by concrete block, but enough of them are that it really pays to keep all those things together. I can't tell you the history, because I don't know it, of why brick have been pretty much this size for a long, long time before we even had concrete block, but it's all come together today. And the next step is that concrete block being nominally 8 inches, 3 blocks equal 24 inches, which is a module of 4 feet, which is so prevalent in building materials today. So it all starts with that 2 1/4 inch brick or thereabouts to make all this stuff work the way brick walls work today. Thanks for joining us on the Frog Pond School of Design. I look forward to seeing you hanging around the pond again real soon.